Have you guys seen what's been going on with this game?
Oh yeah,
No,
I watched
I haven't.
Asmongold. Did you watch Asmongold's little clip?
I did. We're gonna watch that. Tom,
That's
don't worry.
fun.
You don't need to actually play the game to laugh at the glitches.
It's so funny.
It's really bad. I watched Mauler's stream.
Yeah.
So this game is supposed to be a stealth game, and I watched him for about 30 minutes. He literally runs into a base, runs all the way to the objective, completes it, and then runs out of the base, and then takes off and gets away. Like, what is that? Like, I'm not even kidding. He ran right in there and did it real fast and then left. And it's supposed to be a
Ubisoft
stealth
AI, man.
gameplay.
Ubisoft AI is horrible. Anyone who's
This
played their
game-
games recently, they know.
This game is I'm really curious to how well it's selling. And there's a rumor that the pre-orders were really bad for it.
Yeah, Stuttering Craig
put that out
talked
there.
about. Yeah.
Yeah. And people are
someone
saying,
pointed out too. Sorry to interrupt, but someone pointed out on the trophy lists. If you look it up, the trophies for people that have the game, it's currently sitting at like not even 3,000 owners on like PlayStationTrophies.com. But that is a nebulous
really?
number. But yeah, so I don't think it's personally going to sell that well just because it's Ubisoft in general. And like I've been saying in my videos, if you really want to play this game, man, wait until like the fall. It's going to be like $20. It'll be fixed.
yeah, wait
by
for him
then.
to fix the bugs too.
Yeah, and man,
Yeah,
pay people to
Mauler,
fix
I
their
was
face.
watching him play, and like her speeder gets stuck in a building.
Do you think, just quickly, do you think that this is going to affect Assassin's Creed? Or, like, do you think this is an indication?
What the fuck?
What the fuck did I just say?
That dude just freaking like Naruto
Oh
duplicated.
my god, what the fuck?
Some of these glitches are really funny. Here's the Asmongold one. This one is great.
I'm gonna execute.
Yeah.
So let me get off of. We're gonna have to watch it like this because I mean this needs to be seen in all of its 2-minute glory.
Yeah.
But this is stealth gameplay, ladies and gentlemen.
So when it goes yellow, apparently they've seen you and they know
Yeah.
where you are.
Well, I would assume yellow means like caution, like they're searching the area, right?
His
Yeah.
facial expression.
Yeah.
So
They
great.
know,
Red-
where
red
they
point,
know
yeah.
you're there.
Look at his reaction.
You
So
look
funny.
look how bad this AI is.
All those shots. Oh, it disappeared.
Yes.
I can't believe it.
It's the
Oh,
best
did you see how quick
camouflage.
that thing's hand was moving? Going back into the bushes.
We're pinned down.
And it's like they're firing into the bushes. It's like as long as you're in there, they'll miss you. He's
I know that's crazy. Look, he goes up and kicks her. Like
right there. Right on top of her.
this is peak UBISLOP.
Okay. All right. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah,
It's
right,
okay.
make it-
It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. Stay the course. Stay the course.
Oh boy.
Stay the course. Do not lose faith in the bush. They do not know where I am.
And he's completely
Oh
surrounded.
my god.
No. No.
This is so bad. Like how much money went into this?
Oh man.
And this is what you
Being
get.
Ubisoft, probably 150 to 200 a game. Not even kidding. It's Star
There's a
Wars. This was their biggest marketing push of all time. Like they were
How much they don't forget they paid for the license too.
exactly, and they were also bringing influencers from all around the world to Disneyland for free hotels, free food, free swag. They got codes for the games. There was one girl I gotta find it. It's somewhere on that Park Place, but there was some Star Wars influencer girl. She went on 2 different trips, fully paid by Ubisoft, like everything to play this game. Like they went balls out for this game, and it's not working. People don't give a shit. Obviously, clearly. I mean, look at this. And it's
Yeah,
horrible.
Star Wars
It's-
as a brand itself is at the lowest I think it's ever been. And
You're right.
that alone is going to hurt.
It's a bad game with that brand. I mean, it's a disaster. If they really did a great job, I mean, I keep comparing this because the whole point of this is to be the smuggler, the rogue, and whatever. Like, I just remember like Shadows of the Empire and just how exciting that was back in the day.
Oh yeah,
and it's like, wow, why don't you just like do a Shadows of the Empire remake, and the way they're doing Final Fantasy VII Rebirth? I mean, everybody just eat that up if they
should have just done a Han Solo game,
right? Or
this should have been Han Solo,
right.
And then people would have actually cared.
I think it was supposed to be originally, and then they redid it.
Yeah.
I mean, she's basically a stand-in for him.
Yeah. What I really hate about it though. Sorry, real quick. The reason I hate this is because Star Wars as a brand has garnered so much apathy that even games that are good, like Jedi Survivor, which is a good game, it was broken at release for PC, unfortunately, but at the very least, the game was like, when it came out, it was still a good game. It sold less than Jedi Fallen Order, even though it wasn't a worse game, and it only sold less because of the fact that Star Wars as a brand has been damaged. Because when Fallen Order came out in 2019, it sold like 10 million copies.
I really liked that game.
Fall season. Yeah, right. Because at that point, like Star Wars was, I think that was right before Rise of Skywalker came out. So people were still kind of like, I like Star Wars. I don't know if I like Star Wars, kind of a thing. But everything now that comes out, it's post all these movies and shows and whatever. So this game just, and again, the fact that they have the ugly main character, I mean, that's a major reason why. Like, she has no curves, she looks nothing like the actor. And it's very bizarre, by the way, because you think about it, in every other Star Wars property that we know, the actor always, like the character and the actor always look the same, unless it's someone that's CGI, right? Like, for example,
unless it's a woman. The women never look the same. Are you
like
kidding?
Maz Kanata obviously is a CGI, so she looks nothing like Lupita Nyong'o. I understand, that makes sense. You CGI, it's fine. But if it's like a real human being, they look like the actor.
No, they don't. Like, well, the men do, but the women don't.
Yeah, the
women
do.
Haven't looked like the female models in years.
The last one.
You remember how mad? You remember how mad they were when Fallen Order came out because they had a dude as the main character?
Yeah.
They were all fucking freaking out about it.
And it made so much money.
My question is, had there been articles about how racist the fan base is because the game's getting roasted by all these white straight males? Like, have they started yet? Because, I mean, if they haven't, mark my words, they're coming.
Well, that's their go-to. That's just a given at this point.
Yeah, that's like default for Lucasfilm. Like, oh yeah, hey, here's the press kit. Make sure you mock.
I haven't seen it yet, really, for Outlaws yet. I've seen it happen a lot for Wukong, but not really for Outlaws yet. Again, Outlaws
Wukong.
obviously. Yeah. Outlaws just came out. Like, it's been a day now, almost 2 since it came out.
Well,
I have no interest in playing it myself.
It's been out for a few days, and oh boy, if you were 20 hours into that game on PS5, you had to start your whole fucking game over. And I love their response. Yeah. Their response is, "Oops, sorry, we were just too ambitious."
And how much extra?
I'm not even kidding. That was their response to people who spent $100 to $130 on the game to play it early. So if you got, like, one dude was like, I fucking put 20 hours in grinding and getting my ship all upgraded, and I had to restart. And their answer to that was, oh, here's this in-game trinket. Go get grinding again, bitch.
Wow.
Does this game have an online store?
I don't know. I haven't played. I'm never going to play it.
There is like an Ubisoft in-game store, from what I could tell.
I knew it. Of course, there is.
What they gave to the players was like some trinket in the game, saying, "Oh, sorry about that. You can get this free trinket," and they gave some points for that Ubisoft store in game that you can spend in game. And so that's how they gave their customers back their 20 hours of gameplay they lost or whatnot.
Sounds like a fair deal to me.
Yeah.
How much? Like so it was $130 to get it early and play it early. How much is it just to buy the game without playing it early? Like
$70.
80. Yeah, it's $80 Canadian. I'm reading right now. Apparently, it's the fourth best-selling game on PlayStation 5 right now.
So they paid
which is very sad.
They played
should be number one.
$50 more to play
it would have been number one 10
early.
Years ago.
Yeah. And then they got to lose it all. That's just crazy. Craziness.
You said it's number 5 on PlayStation?
Apparently, it's number 4. Apparently, online anyway, like digital.
What is it
beating
on
it,
but-
Steam?
It's not on Steam. It's on the Epic Store.
Apparently, Star Wars Outlaws pre-orders hit number
Yeah.
9 on PlayStation stores before release. That was
That's
5
low.
days ago, though.
It
That
makes
is
it
low
so
for a
much
new
easier
game,
not
man.
to play it.
That's
that it's
low.
not
That's
on
real
Steam.
low.
Yep.
It should be this is like a big AAA release. It should be in the top 5.
It's just like Grum said, right? If this game fails and so does Shadows, Ubisoft will have to they'll be forced to basically give us what we want. They can't keep doing this.
I talked
can't.
to a guy that's I can't give any details, but there's a guy that I talk to every now and then that's really in the know. He said some interesting stuff to me. I can't get it's tough because I can't give any details because it'd give him away, but he confirmed basically what Stuttering Craig said about Star Wars or Assassin's Creed Shadows, and he had some interesting information on the digital sales as well. I think that game is going to flop hard. I didn't really think it was going to be as bad as it might be. I think Shadows might be. It's not going to fail like Concord, obviously, but I think when you compare it to previous Assassin's Creeds, like what was the last one, Valhalla?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the last one
it's-
was actually Mirage. Mirage though
Mirage,
was
correct.
cheaper. It was cheaper, but it had a similar opening sales unit wise compared to Valhalla and Odyssey.
Valhalla moved
Valhalla,
20
though-
million units, though, right?
Yes,
I mean,
yeah.
that's-
Valhalla is the second most profitable game that Ubisoft has ever made. Number 1 is Siege, Rainbow Six. But the fact that Valhalla, I mean, of course Valhalla was because look at that game. Have you seen its online shop? There's so many cosmetics and it's had so many expansions. Like you can go to Scotland. There's a Ragnarok expansion. All kinds of. There's one called Siege of Paris and stuff. Like they really went all out on that game. And I played Valhalla when it came out. I played the
So
DLCs.
people like Viking stuff.
Yeah,
is what I'm
exactly.
hearing.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think
All you
it's also very
toxic
funny.
white people liking all the toxic white things.
It's very funny too because Valhalla and Odyssey especially, they're advertised with the male characters on the boxes.
What's
But then the
Assassin's
female
Creed?
characters are the canon one.
What's Mirage? I don't. What's that?
Mirage is the one set in Baghdad, and you play as what's his name from Valhalla. Bassett.
Is that DLC or something?
It was originally supposed to be DLC for Valhalla, and then it spinned off into its own full game. It's not nearly as big, which thank God for that. It
So
was
it's
a little bit cheaper.
It's like a
It was-
fucking Miles Morales then, right? Is that
Yeah,
what
basically, you
okay.
have the entire city
It's
of
just
Baghdad, and
DLC
you have
then.
the outside part of it, and it's more like old school Assassin's Creed, like it's more contract stealth based. There's no like, well, there's still a few weird abilities you can do, but it's not like Valhalla or Odyssey where you're like fucking, doing crazy shit. Like, but it's Mirage was an okay game. It's it was fine, but Shadows confuses me because it's the first game in the series since maybe I think Syndicate where we've had 2 playable characters. Technically, Origins had Bayek and Aya, but Aya was like she just played like Bayek, like there's no difference really.
Yeah.
I really don't understand why
Picking up on
they're
all of this.
I don't really understand why they're doing Shadows the way that they're doing it, because normally you would just have one character. Like in Valhalla, you played as Eivor, and Eivor could do the warrior shit. They could do the assassin shit. You're one character. It's fine. In this game now, Shadows, you can play as Yasuke, who is apparently like this juggernaut guy that can just walk through people and kill them. But then at that point, you're like, that's not Assassin's Creed.
No.
Assassin's Creed is like climbing walls and shit, stealthing around, hidden blade. Like, why the hell am I walking around as this like 7-foot tall dude killing people without without punity? I'm like, that's not Assassin's Creed. So I just
I
He's
think
getting racial
just
justice in ending racism. That's
just going back
I
to
just
the
don't understand
numbers,
it.
the reason why I reckon that things like this are starting to fall off is just people have had enough.